So we've just finished the game at Parkside. Averley beaten Romford 2-0. Roach, just your thoughts on today's game, please?
It was obviously coming off the back of the game against Canby on Saturday to play Monday night is always going to have elements of fatigue for the players. And I think second half we started to show them, obviously we've got some big games coming up, so trying to manage the game, trying to save our legs, making sure that we're not running ourselves into the ground. And I think second half to that we were a bit sloppier. We didn't do that very well. We didn't manage the game to our expectations. We spoke at half time about them saying, just kind of we've got to think ahead and we've got to be smart in our play. So we won the game 2-0. Whether it was we probably were good for the 2-0 at half, and maybe 0-0 in the second half was a fair kind of result. So off the back of the first half pressure that we applied, I think 2-0 is a good result.
Alex got another goal after 2 on Saturday, but nice to see Shad scoring.
Yeah, Shad. So the first half we were a bit more of a flat four in midfield, trying to get the width with Freeman and Marcus. We were getting a bit overrun in the midfield with their three. So we went back to a diamond, allowing Shad to be a little bit higher, and about 30 seconds after that he managed to get himself in a position to score. Realistically, he should be scoring more goals. He should be getting himself similar kind of tallies to like Freeman going from midfield. So it's nice to see him get on the score sheet. And Alex, coming off a good brace at the weekend, confidence a little bit higher, maybe going back to playing as a 2 up top has made him feel a bit more kind of like he can get on the end of things and get in the box and score some goals. So it's good to have him in form, especially going into the weekend's game against Malden.
You obviously touched on Malden this second against Hill on Saturday. I'm not sure if Malden have got a game tomorrow, so that could change. How do you see that going?
Again, so we're at home, which always gives us that slight bit of advantage. But they're a good team as well. They're up there with us. Realistically, there's 4 teams within. You've got Bowers at the top, and then you've got ourselves, Heybridge, Malden, and Coggeshall making up the next 4 teams, which to me is probably where it'll be. It'll be in and around them teams for the playoffs, and it's important that we start making sure that we're putting ourselves in good positions to finish as high as possible even in them playoff positions. Because when it comes to who out of the 7 playoffs within our league, only 5 teams get to go up. The 2 teams with the lowest points don't go up. So you can win your playoff, but if you finish with the lowest points among the 7 teams who win all the playoffs, you don't get the chance to go up. So it's important to keep our foot on the pedal, to make sure that we get 3 points, to keep our points tally as high as possible. I know we've gone level tonight with Bowers, but they've still got a couple of games in hand, albeit they've got to win them games. So making sure that we just try and pick up as many points as we can, and really, really try and push. It's important now, 14 or 15 games to go or so to the end of the season, that we just make every game count. And Bowers may slip up somewhere along the way, and we've got to be ready to take that opportunity.
Brilliant, thank you.
No problem.